What's up, group? Hope everybody's doing good. I've done frame staple tutorials before, but I have a buddy a few people that have a foredom now, so I figured I'd show them. My caliber and sit up Brad Kane for these. I do 48 milligrams of salt nick in my pods. 3 milligrams, even 6 don't do it for me. But anyway, this is what I'm gonna be using today. 28 gauge wire optimum. And last night I did the frame staples with N90 wire optimum. I'm going to use N80 now. Be right back, people. Alright, is this too much lighting? If it is, let me know. I just want people to be able to see, you know? Camera don't fuck up, we'll see, huh? Anyway, get you some scissors, some pliers, hot glue. I have a glue gun, but I don't ever use it. I always use a lighter. I'm just used to it, I guess. But anyway, let's measure out our ribbon and 0.3 wire optimal. See how I'm gonna do with this ribbon here. Measure it out. You're gonna do 3 long pieces and fold it in half. Get your scissors. You want to make sure, don't use no snips, wire cutters for cutting ribbon, dude. Just a little advice. I wouldn't do it. It's not recommended. Two pieces. I do them 22 pieces. 22 inches long per ribbon, because when I fold it, it's going to be 12, and I always allow room for mess ups. Now see how this ribbon is going to do here. I don't currently use this ribbon, but I'm giving it a shot. The N90 worked great, but N90 is so soft you don't even have to tug that stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna grab it in 11 inches. I'm gonna fold it in half. This is to make your ribbon stack. These are not going to be for me, so I have me a water squonk. Or you can get you a bowl or a cup, or it doesn't really matter, you know. Just make sure you have you some water next to you. That's what you want. When I'm building for myself, which I don't do very often anyway, but I always use water, because who wants somebody's fucking spit on their fucking shit, you know? Give me a piece of 40 gauge to tie the loop together. I go about 10 times. Make make sure the ribbon stack stays on there. And just go down. It doesn't matter how many times you go down, dude. Not bad. Then I'll fold it over, turn it over. You want to make sure you get, see them pieces? They're not even, right? See them? You want to make sure that they're going to be even. Very, very important. Can't rush prep, man. I've said that thousands of times. Go down and make sure it's nice and even. This is straight stick. Maybe a little long. Straighten out. I don't edit my videos. I don't do retakes. Y'all see me when I mess up, I keep going. I don't edit, you know what I mean? So get my 28 gauge for my frames. Cut off some parts that's not even, I guess you could say. I'm gonna cut two into, I don't do a loop. I individually cut two pieces. It's worked for me so long. They have other builders that do this, so it's really what works for you. I'm pretty consistent with this method. Now, I have my own wire on my spool. So now I'm going to pick up my ribbon stack, right? Make sure it's still even. It is. See where part that I taped. Not taped, tied. Now here's one of my frames right here. You gotta be careful when you pick up your frames because you want them straight. And if they're gonna be bent or, you know, pick them up too hard, you're gonna have to cut you two more pieces of round wire. If you do it this way, lining it up, to my ribbon stack here. Cut this off. Okay, make sure it's gonna be on there real good. You gotta give me another piece of 40 gauge. Now remember, I've heard it all the time from people. There's no wrong way to prep. There's no wrong way to do a coil. As long as you get it done yourself. That's all that matters, right? Right. Absolutely right. So I'm making sure my frames, aka two pieces of round wire, are gonna stay on my ribbon stack. Let's see if I can show you all this. Get this last piece off. See how it's connected? Not connected, but it's with the ribbon, right? So now get you some, I think these are Beetalons from Amazon. They're like nylon pliers. You're gonna do a little tiny pinch at the top where your frames are and your ribbon are. Don't do a lot, you don't wanna fuck your stack up. Don't do it with hard pressure. It's a tiny, tiny bit, a few times. Now, get you some glue sticks, right? They're cheap. Amazon, hardware stores, Walmart, different places you can get them from. Got glue on my finger. One thing about glue, even though it's hot glue, it dries very, very quickly. So with whatever you want to glue, you better glue it. Don't leave it in your hand because it's going to dry. And it's going to dry fast. I use glue all the time. I do ribbon shit all the time, so I know. Okay. There it is. See? Now I cut me one more piece of 40 gauge. Not cut, but so I already have it down here. I tie about 7 times. Doesn't really matter how many times you do it, man. Make sure, as long as you make sure the fucking stack and the frames are together. Even if you do the other loop method, you still gonna have to do this and start it, you know what I mean? So don't let anybody tell you different. Some people, they don't glue their swivel end, but they do the loop, they loop their frames. I do not. This is consistent for me. Every single time it works, and we go with what works, right? So, and you're not wasting any more wire, you're just doing 2 individual pieces. .40 gauge is what I use for binding wire. It's the best, I think. I've never even tried to use 38 gauge for binding wire, dude. Come on, you fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I don't use binding wire. I mean 38 gauge for binding wire. Don't even use 38 gauge for frame staples, dude. I've done 10 ply, all N90 with 46 gauge N90, which is hella soft. Human hair. Hair on your fucking legs, hair on your fucking arms, dude. Yeah. I don't know why I'm wasting all this wire. We worked too hard for a while, right, y'all? Anyway. So, I got me 2 pieces on. That's to keep the frames together. I'm gonna do one more, and then I'm gonna go down the stick. I'm gonna show y'all later on what I'm doing. And these are for somebody else. I'm going to wrap these in a 5mm bit or 4.5, one of the two. Yeah. These are going to be like 5mm, 6 wraps, maybe 7. You know, I'm just pretty much showing y'all how I do them on my foredom, which is I use that all the time now. Well, I was using it all the time, but when I was learning interlocks, and I did that video, my last video, I did you know, I did them on the lathe, but for me, they're actually easier on foredom. For me. Okay, now I'm gonna do one more piece here. Make sure you, like I said, this is just to keep the frames and the ribbon stacked together. Because when you're applying tension, when you pull back your drill and your swivel, it can come apart. And take it from a pro, fuck ups. Johnny Johnson, aka JJ Handmade Goals. I know all about fuck ups, dude. I don't have a problem admitting it, because this is coil building, and not just with coil building. Whether you're a mechanic, you deliver for Amazon, any kind of job that you do. Now, I used to attach mine to the swivel at first. I used to attach mine to my swivel and then bring the vinyl wire down. I don't do that, not anymore. You can. A lot of people do. I just like to try different methods, man. You know? I was doing it like that for a long time, dude. Me and this 40 gauge about to fucking fight. About to go down, bro. It's so hard to see. I get a little nervous sometimes on videos, believe it or not. Alright. You see where it's the frames, which is the round wire and the ribbon, right? Well, I'm about to drag this down to the ribbon. And I'm going to tie it at the very end. Tie it about 10 times. Cut the excess off. And I'm going to get my glue. You see where it's on the end here? The 2 frames. Y'all might not even be able to see that shit, huh? The 2 frames right there. Don't fuck up, phone. Anyway, now you get your glue. No matter what end you do, I mean, if you don't glue your swivel in or not, that's cool, but you better glue your chuck in, dude. because you're floating your ribbon, and that's the best way. I think I can do it either way. Basically, whatever way you have, as long as you got glue on that son of a bitch, you're not gonna. It's gonna be a whole lot easier, dude. Now let me see if I can show y'all without fucking this up. See where it's glued now? The frames. You know what? I'm about to cut my frames and make them even with my even with each other. See that? Now, I use this, but I have some buddies that do not have a what do you call it? A Autumn Customs foredom holder, right? Cork chuck holder. So what I'm gonna do? I lost my motherfucking foredom thing. Oh well, I'll find it after the video, I guess. So now, well, I can do this first. Attach it into the chuck. I'm gonna show y'all. Oh, it's right in there. I'm looking for it. This is my other one. Stupid ass bitch. What a dumbass dude. What a fucking dummy. Alright, the glue's dry now, so that's good. We'll put it in the chuck, foredom chuck. Make sure it's in there all the way. If it's not, I'm gonna take it out. I don't want to be doing it, all this prep for nothing, you know. All right, now I'm gonna attach it to the chuck. I mean swivel end. I always attach it to the swivel end first. I don't know why I didn't do it. Stupid, I guess. Sometimes I just get on video, dude, and just let shit go. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I attach my hook. Extra tension, I guess you could say, right? You can pull it back. Make sure you got enough tension. Turn it on. Alright, that's good. That's good. It's working. Make sure you get a little bit more tension. I put on my one Lego. This isn't needed, y'all. This is just something that I do, you know? But it's definitely not needed. I don't do it. Last night I didn't do it. Anyway, so now I'm going to get my 40 gauge. And we're about to start this frame staple. Let's see, I might have to Trying to get it in between the frames. I may have used a little bit too much glue. Now it's over the glue, so now I'm about to start it. Watch your tension, don't hold the spool too tight. I don't hardly ever use my chuck, but I have a buddy that, like I said, he doesn't have a chuck holder for his foredom, so I wanted to try this. See how it's gonna go. Move my leg a little bit. I have to pretty much be on my game with this because foredom doesn't have a hand turn. But either does a drill, right? Right, Dwayne Rambo? Unless you're using a cordless drill. A corded drill, they have hand turns, but a regular one does not. So I started thinking, you know what? Use the foredom. But the lathe shines with that hand turn, man. Like I said, I'm doing this for a friend and just to show. I've done frame staples before. Now I could slow it down. Look, check this out. I can go slower. I can even go, this is the slowest speed it'll go, right? Or I can go faster. Move this down a little bit. I'm watching y'all instead of this. Hey y'all, hey! A little bit slower. Don't hold your tension too tight. Like I said, you want it at like a 90-degree angle. Once you find your angle. Yeah, pretty much almost straight down, dude. And you know, this is just my 2 cents, because I've used them all. You gotta have good ribbon, dude. Good wire. You can kind of get away with round wire, but you know, this isn't bad ribbon, dude. Really. I mean, I've had spools that were inconsistent, but I was talking to my friend Lily about it, not last week, and she was asking me because she knows what ribbon I use. I use a few, but I use N80. I always use Coil Society, right? Well, last night I used Wire Optimum and it came out smooth. So, you know, they have Kidney Puncher, they have Wire Optimum, they have Cold Clout. I don't fuck with him, but they have him. It's not a problem with his product. Something else, but a lot of people use Wire Optimum in the United States. I was talking to a dude on Instagram last night. And I forgot what country he's in, but he said that Indonesia, I think it is. He said he can't get twisted messes over there, but he always sees me using it, and he's in my group and he wants to try it. Well, let me get back on topic. You have to have good wire, bro. We pay for what we get in life. You know? You won't half-ass shit, you're going to get half-ass results. And like I say, people want good shit when they pay for it, you know? But it doesn't matter what ribbon you use. Just make sure it's good shit. Same with the round wire. But I was very impressed with Wire Optimums and N90 last night, and the N80s going pretty smooth too, bro. So far, so good, man. Like I said, just be careful when you're holding your spool. You don't want it to go too tight, you know? Now, if I'm doing like 10 ply, I might be going a little bit slower. Like last night, I showed y'all, and that was just for shits and giggles, how slow I could go. But you really have to be super careful when you're using a foredom. Like I said, the chuck's smaller, you can't hand turn it. Well, if I had my impact chuck adapter from Autumn, I could, but you just have to be careful, man. Go slow. Once you find your angle, you can kind of speed up, like looking now. That doesn't look like it's fast because I'm on camera. But trust me, it's not slow. Anybody that has a foredom will tell you. Sometimes I'll go back slow again. Find my angle, you know? Speed it up a little bit. All the way to the end. Sometimes, like I say, you just go slow. I was going a little fast because I'm comfortable with these things, and when you're using a drill, you don't go fast. You can go medium, you don't go zoom, zoom, zoom. They might look like they're going fast on camera, but they're really not. I don't care what they say. They're not. But almost done, man. This is 6 ply, 6 pieces of ribbon, 3 pieces folded in half to make 6. It's 28 gauge frames, which is aka 28 gauge round wire for what you call it. Make sure my spool don't come apart because I got a little bit more to do. Okay. Cut my Lego off. Get my spool. These work good for keeping your spools from falling apart. Oops, see, it came up. Here, I had to reverse it. Well, watch this. There's a trick to it. Okay, get you whenever your wire comes apart. Go from the top. This straightens the wire again. When you had to go back, start from the very top of the stick and just go down. And there you go. I'm almost to the end, people. Bam. Johnny is fucking done. Like a fucking marriage, divorce. I'm fucking done. I'm out of here. I'm fucking so fucking done with you, motherfucker. We are through. We're done. We're done. gonna cut it to the end. Cut this part because remember I didn't put it in the Adam chuck. I just stuck it into the foredom chuck, which is perfect because they stick right on in. I'm gonna show y'all this in a second. Okay. This is the frames with the ribbon that I stuck in. You bitch. That's the ribbon that was glued to the frames. That's the two pieces of frames. It's called floating the ribbon, dude. So, make sure I thaw a lot of my foredom chuck here. It looks like it's good to go. All right, let's see what we got here. How many inches? This is the frame staple, y'all. Now, what I do, see how many inches I got first. I got 9 inches, bruh. Now, this is what I do to my frame staples. Because they're not the easiest thing to wrap, dude, at first. I'm just gonna wrap the whole stick because, well, if I got a stainless steel block, dude, from Amazon, a pasta roller, a little cheap one. So I don't go hard. I'm showing y'all this. Flatten it a little bit. Don't go hard though. You don't have to. You just flatten it because these things are tricky at first to wrap. Trust me, they are. But you have to, when you're wrapping them, you have to hold your tension with these motherfuckers, dude, because they're gonna spring back. There is a perfectly good flat frame staple stick, N90. I mean N80, I'm sorry. So, I definitely gotta work on my lighting, dude. Hope y'all can see this shit. Let me see something here. I gotta do something with this fucking lighting. Anyway, that is my frame staple stick, 9 inches. I'm gonna wrap 5mm, 6 or 7 wraps for my new friend, Mr. Randy from Top Gun Reviews. Great dude. Kyle introduced us. But anyway, man, I'm going on and on. I'm gonna take off the part that was attached to the ribbon stack. I mean the spool. The swivel, stupid ass. Boy, today is just one of them fucking days, bro. Anyway, I just wanted to do a video. Frame staple video on a different device for them. It's all the same, just preps the same, just they're just different. This is a lot faster, but it can go slow too, as you've seen. But I just wanted to do one. I haven't done one in a while. I never did one on there, and I wanted to help out a few of my buddies. As I always say at the end of my videos, man, if y'all need to talk, I don't care if we've never talked before, dude. I don't give a fuck about that. Message me, man. If I can help you, I'm gonna help you. If I can, I'm gonna find a way to do it. I can promise you that fucking much. Anyway, y'all be cool, man, and have a good Sunday evening, night. And we're gonna make it through this work week, right? Much love, y'all. Have a good one.